the most important one is leading by example and not telling people this is what you should do and not living by what you preach. And so that would be one huge one. I think the most important one. That's one of the things I really love about Tim is that he is 100% lives what he preaches, and so you could just tell he's a natural born leader because he wants to uplift people, but he wants to push people, and he doesn't allow them to BS themselves because he doesn't do that for himself. He just, no matter what, like I see him on a regular basis, daily, and the guy's always working. And so that's one of the things I really admire about him and about the people that I've considered to be mentors in my life that have really even said something, like even just a sentence like, this is your new baseline, like just something like that. um I felt that the people that said it had validity in saying what they did that moved me because they lived it. They didn't just say it. Like anybody could read a quote off of the internet and tell you, hey, this is what you should do, blah blah blah, and then you look at them and their life's a total mess. Like how are you supposed to believe that? There's no evidence behind it. But when somebody has says something and then they have a structure behind it because they do what they say, I think that's a very, very important quality of a leader. And in addition to that, I would say not trying to change people, but instead trying to have people identify their strengths and then really reinforce those strengths. I think is important. Any team, if you look at any team, like I never really played team sports, a little bit, but not that much. But if you look at team sports, everybody has their place on the field, and they have their role. And so you can't expect somebody who for example, you can't expect the goalie in soccer to be all of a sudden you throw him in the front and expect him to be scoring goals. Like it doesn't make sense. It's not his role. It's not his strength. And I think it's important when you're leading a group of people, whether it be in a business or whatever the case may be, help people identify their strengths and really hunker down on those strengths. And that way the team can actually come together. So if you're leading a group of people, I'd say those would be the two qualities that are just off the top of my head. Leading by example, and then having people identify their strengths. Don't try to change people and try to make them more like you, but instead just have everybody being on the same page and have people's kind of be able to identify people's strengths and have them identify their strengths and weaknesses, and really hunker down on those strengths and have everybody I think as a unit everybody will work a lot better that way.